Welcome to LearnHowToQuilt.com. In today's video, you'll learn how to add 2 simple borders to this corner square quilt, which measures about 46 by 39.5 inches. First, you'll get a quick look at this process using a paper model. Then I'll demonstrate using fabric. Before we get started on this project, let's look at why you might want to add a border. When you decide to add a border to your quilt, you're doing 3 things. 1, you're making it larger. 2, you're adding another design element. And 3, you're squaring up your top to ensure that your quilt lies flat and the corners are square. For more information about squaring up your quilt, check out this video. You'll find the link below. Here's my quilt top and my 4 border strips. When you're measuring for your borders, you always want to measure through the centers. So take 2 strips, line them up, go right through the center, and then trim. Put right sides together and stitch a 1/4 inch. After stitching, you want to press your seams. Take 2 more border strips, line them up, then measure through the center. Sew these strips to each side, ease if necessary, and then press. For this method, you don't have to worry about adding seam allowances for the length. They're already included in this measurement. If you want to add additional borders to your quilt top, repeat this process. Measuring through the center and easing in the border strips will help keep your quilt flat and the corners squared. For the inner border, I decided to use these leftover 2.5 inch strips. I figured I'd need 5 strips, 2 to cover the 39.5 inch sides, and 2 more strips for the 46 inch sides. Since these fall short of the 46 inches, a 5th strip will be needed to make up the difference. Before you get started, press your top and strips, then cut off the selvages. To ensure your quilt stays squared up, measure through the center with 2 strips. Mark the edge and then trim. Pin the strips across the bottom and top. Ease if necessary and then sew. Press towards the quilt's edge. Before measuring through the center for the vertical borders, cut the 5th strip in half, then sew each half strip to a full 44-45 inch strip. Now you're ready to measure through the center. Cut at the mark and then pin and sew the strips to the side of the quilt. Here's the first border. Follow these procedures if you want to add an extra border. For the second round of borders, I started with 2 yards of fabric, so I didn't have to piece the borders. I cut the strips along the selvage edge. I measured through the center for the vertical border first. Then I added the horizontal borders. This way I didn't have to piece any of my borders. Here's my completed quilt. I wasn't sure if I'd like that white inner border, but I think it makes the squares look like they're floating in the middle as opposed to no border. For this quilt, I just added a different colored binding. If you'd like more information about bindings, check out our tutorials and LearnHowToQuilt.com's Encyclopedia of Quilt Terms. I'll leave that link below, along with links to other videos about adding borders. Hope these help you to decide what type of border works best for you. Thanks for visiting LearnHowToQuilt.com. Please share our website with your friends.